my channel, and today we're going to be doing something a bit different. I'm really excited about this because one of my favourite Simstubers, Pleasant Sims or Cindy, and another very talented Simstuber, Play Sims TV, also known as Caleb, have collaborated and made Pleasantview in The Sims 3. Now, I watched Cindy's video on sort of doing her little take around the town, showing you everything that they'd done, and it just made me so excited, and I just immediately had to play it, and I had so many different ideas of what we could do in the town. So we're just on the loading page here, and I thought I'd just kind of give a little bit of a review of it, and then I'm going to tell you about my creativity went wild, and I'm going to tell you about my ideas for a story that we could do in The Sims 3. So I hope that you enjoy this, and yeah, we'll get into it. So obviously this is the loading page, and the description of Pleasantview is exactly the same as the one from The Sims 2. Now, if you don't know Pleasantview is one of the major cities or major towns in The Sims 2, and it tends to be the most popular town that everybody seems to play in The Sims 2, because obviously it has its storylines with Don Lothario, Nina and Dina Caliente. It's got the Broke family, it's got the Goths, all those iconic characters in The Sims live there. So this is the same blurb as you get when you come onto The Sims 2. So it's, who is Don Lothario? Is his engagement to Cassandra Goth genuine? And what about the rumour that her mother Bella was last seen scaling the deck of his condo? So first things first, the first impression of this town is just, I am absolutely blown away by how accurate it is. I'm going to link to Cindy's video in the top corner so that you can go and watch her video. She gives you an overview of the town and talks through some of the creative elements that she put in the town, and why some things might not be exactly the same and what have you, just because this is The Sims 3 and the other one's The Sims 2. But my first impressions of this town is just that everything is just amazing. Like, it's so accurate to what it can be. And when you first start, you come on this brick wall. No. When you first start, you start with Don Lothario, so this is his household. As long as you've downloaded the world and the save file to go with it as well. If you go to pleasantsims.com, there is a whole FAQ on how to download the world and the save file and everything. So make sure you do go there and read that before you start, if you want to download this yourself and play. So this is Don Lothario, and wow, look at those eyes. They are sparkling. Woo. Yeah, so he's looking rather dashing in The Sims 3 and very, very accurate. I mean, this shirt is just iconic, like. Oh, yeah. So anyway, so you start with Don Lothario, but what I'm going to do is, obviously this is Don's house, so we're just going to have a look at it. Everything's the same. He lives in the condo part of the town. He even has the telescope where Bella was last seen, and he's got the little the hot tub, and obviously it's all these like kind of white condo style houses. This is the house that I always play in whenever I start The Sims 2. This is the house that I play in all the time. And then next door you've got the Calientes. Obviously you've got all these. I think these are all empty in The Sims 2 as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the map view, and we're going to kind of go over some of the houses. So you've got the Dreamers, which is Darren Dreamer and Dirk Dreamer. I think, yeah, Darren, yeah, I think that's right, yeah. And you've got the Goths, which is Cassandra Goth and Mortimer Goth. And then in the trailer area, you've got Brandy Broke with her children, and obviously you've got two trailers here that you can live in. But just look at this, just look at it. It's just absolutely fantastic. Like, I'm absolutely blown away by how amazing this looks. Like, and the thing is, when I watched Cindy go through the town and sort of tell you all about it and stuff, so many ideas came to my head about what we could do. Now I'm going to go to edit town because I don't want to play with Don. Okay, so I didn't want to play with Don Lothario. I wanted to switch to the Goth household because there are a couple of differences in this obviously Pleasantview compared to the original Pleasantview. Now, as you all may know, the story of Bella Goth, she was last seen on Don's deck looking through the telescope, and then she completely disappeared and she's never been seen again except for a few sightings in Strangetown. Now, obviously they haven't built Strangetown yet, I hope. And so they've kind of taken a different storyline with Bella, which is that she's actually dead. She is buried in the garden, which I'm sure is illegal. Like, you can't just bury someone in your back garden, can you? Like, that's not legal, sure. Anyway, so she's dead and buried in the garden, and obviously Mortimer and Cassandra are still living together like normal, and Alexander Goth as well is here. So Cassandra is, everything's exactly the same. So Cassandra is engaged to Don Lothario. Obviously, because of the EA storylines in The Sims 2, when you open up the game, Cassandra and Don go to get married and Don leaves her at the altar, which is not something that is going to happen in this game, just because the game doesn't sort of have those mechanics to do that. I mean, obviously I can make that happen, but it's not going to automatically happen is what I mean. So Cassandra is best friends with Mary Sue Pleasant, and she's also friends with Darren Dreamer, and I think, if I remember rightly, Darren Dreamer, I thought that her and Darren Dreamer got together. Anyway, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. We're going to make up our own storyline. So, basically, what I want Cassandra to do is that Cassandra does not believe that Bella died innocently. She doesn't think that Bella just, died. She believes that somebody is behind the death of Bella Goth. So in my playthrough, we're going to work towards reviving Bella Goth, and that's going to be Cassandra's life mission. Is she wants to revive her mum, and she wants to find out who killed her, who killed Bella Goth. So Bella Goth has actually died by electrocution in this. So, obviously somebody's done some sort of faulty wiring that has caused Bella to die, and Cassandra is going to find out who it was. Now, there's obviously several candidates in town that could be the cause of Bella's death, but the only true person who knows is Bella herself. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to make it so that Cassandra can revive Bella. Now, there's several ways, obviously, that we can do this in the game. We're just going to kind of play around. Cassandra's going to live her life, and we're going to just play around with a couple of things. Oh, look who it is! Look who it is! It's Dina Caliente. Oh, and Don's here as well. So, Darlene Dreamer has tragically burned to death. Oh no. Bella Goth has unfortunately met an untimely demise from electrocution. Too bad Bella Goth didn't leave electrical problems to the trained professionals. Yes, right. So Darren is here, and for some reason Cassandra is feeling very shy. So I'm going to go... Oh, I did not mean to be spinning the camera around. So, in this version, Cassandra is shy, she's a bookworm, she's family orientated, she's handy, and she's a hopeless romantic. So, we're going to have a play around. I think that she's going to... I think she might bin off Don Lothario because, I don't know, he's a bit... he's just a bit of a wet lettuce, isn't he? He's not the best person. Yeah, he might be good looking, but there's not really much. There's not much meat to him, is there? He's just very kind of not a great person, basically. So I think what I'm gonna do first off is I'm gonna break up with him because he's obviously going around town with all of the ladies, and Cassandra's not about that life. She doesn't need a man like that in her life. So it was a tough time, but Cassandra Goth just broke up with Don Lothario. She'll always remember the moment that she decided enough was enough and brought that miserable relationship to an end. There you go. See, Cassandra learned that Don's got commitment issues and he's flirty, so that says it all, doesn't it? And Hello, why are you still trying to flirt with her? It's not gonna happen, Don. I know you're not used to being rejected, but on your bike. Okay. Oh, wow. That landed all the way across town. Interesting. We're not going to be going to the future though, just yet. A mysterious portal landed halfway across town. What does it mean? Right, so Don, first things first, Don is Cassandra's ex-boyfriend. Now, in my eyes, Don is a very, very big candidate for Bella Goth's death, but part of me sort of thinks that that'd be too easy. Stop trying to win her back. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Show him a gross video. Like, here, look at this gross video. Now get lost. So I think it'd be quite easy to pin it all on Don, but, you know, I think we need to wait and see Bella's half of the story, and yes, good, I'm glad, because that's how you make me feel, Don. When I look at you. Right, so we're going to get on with Cassandra's day. Let's come and say hello to Alexander, who is halfway across town, apparently. Apparently everyone is doing his homework across town. How lovely. So this is Alexander Goth, looking a lot like Harry Potter. But oh, encourage Alexander. But obviously, you know, Alexander's lost his mum. His dad's very old, so Cassandra is his only lifeline, really. So she's going to age up in 42 days. So obviously we've got 42 days to bring Bella back from the dead. And I'm going to sort of, you know, just kind of play around with stories, let things happen as they do in The Sims. You know, a lot of things are down to me, but then a lot of time it's things happen just on their own. So, ooh, announce promotion. Ask him about his day. So obviously Alexander and Cassandra have a very good relationship, which is important. Alexander definitely needs a mother figure in his life. So he's got 14 days until he ages up, and he's a loner, he's clumsy, and he's a genius. Dina Caliente would like to chat. Does Mortimer Goth want to chat? Sure, they can have a chat if they want. And let's go and have a look at Mortimer. So Mortimer is a technophobe, he loves the outdoors, he's a genius as well, he's a bookworm, and he's very handy. Which this is kind of strange, because if he's handy, does that possibly mean that Mortimer could be a suspect? Like, if he's handy, why didn't he repair the item himself instead of letting Bella do it? That's a bit interesting, isn't it? So we might need to explore that a little bit later. And obviously Mortimer's on the phone to Dina, and she is actually his girlfriend, which seems a bit of an odd choice since Dina is blonde and young. It's a bit of an opposite to Bella, so, you know, we need to keep a bit of an eye on Mortimer. It could just be a coincidence, be a big coinkydink, but my suspicious nature makes me think that there's more to the story that we first know. So I'm going to get Cassandra to come and say hello to her dad. Oh wait, it might help if I actually click on Cassandra. Come and infuse about a new house, even though you've lived here your whole life. So yeah, I'm just so like, this just is the Goth house, like this. And look, there's another telescope up here. So telescopes are definitely a big thing in The Sims 2 and in The Sims 3 as well. So I'm very interested to uncover this story and see what's going on. So first things first, I'm going to get Cassandra to come and read the epitaph, see if there's anything on there. In memory of our dear lost lady, Bella Goth. So she come and mourn the grave, because Cassandra thinks about the grave every day. She thinks that, you know, things just don't seem right. And then I want her to give her friend Mary Sue a call and have a chat with her, just to kind of go over some of the details of what happened. It's all very recent. It's, you know, it's still on her mind, and her best friend understands how she feels, and she just needs to rant off to her and tell her, you know, nothing adds up. It just does not add up. So Alexander Goth, he is a genius. So his homework is great, and he's feeling very hungry. So I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to get Cassandra to come and serve some lunch. She can serve a mac and cheese for everybody to come and eat. Looking up is easy. Staying that way is the tough part. Don Lothario and Nina Caliente seem willing to try though, and have decided to go steady. Wow, that did not take long at all. Romance is in the air for Don Lothario and Brandy. Oh my god, as they were seen parading their newfound affections all over. Wow, we made the right choice. We definitely made the right choice. I think that after she's made this meal that we need to... Jennifer Burb has been renewing her affections towards partner John Burb. They are so good together, whispered a Lucky Lou. Oh, isn't that nice? I think that we might have to go and tell Don off. I think that Cassandra is going to have to go and point a finger very hard at Don and get him to take a good hard look at himself and think, you know, is what he's doing right? Cassandra Goff just burned the meal. Oh well, it's still eatable. I'm sure it's still fine. It's horrifying quality. You know, go on, clean that up. She wants to learn a handiness skill, which is interesting, and she wants to finish a book, which we can totally do. Can you serve some different dinner? Go for a salad. I mean, if you burn the salad, I'll be really impressed. So, Alexander's here. He's bypassed. He's gone to get his own snack. He's like, oh, I can't sit here all year waiting for you to cook a meal correctly, Cassandra. So along with obviously the game itself and downloading the world and the world save to go with it, I have downloaded some of the mods off of Cindy's list that she's got on her website. So I'm going to link everything in the description down below. I'm going to link to her website, I'm going to link to the videos and all these kind of things, so you'll be able to find all that information down there. She has a very comprehensive list of mods that she uses, but also instructions on how to install everything, so you can't go wrong with following the instructions. I did it, it literally took me 5 minutes, so yeah, so I'm quite impressed with that. But yeah, I mean, just when I saw this world, when I saw her showing it off, it just got my creative juices flowing. And I just sort of thought, you know, I've got to play with this world. I've got to. I know we were doing a Sims 3 playthrough before with Astrid Brotherhood, but I was having some lighting issues and it was very dark, the game. But I've actually downloaded one of the mods off Cindy's list that sorts out the lighting and stuff in the game. So hopefully this one will come out a bit better. But yeah, well, I'll have to see. I'll have to see what it's like when I go into editing and stuff like that. But yeah, please let me know what you think anyway. And let me know your theories on who killed Bella Goth. I really want to know what your theories are. If you sort of feel the same as me, do you think that it's kind of unusual that Bella just up and died? But yeah, I'd really love to know your theories as well, and what you think about the world. I mean, obviously, if you go to Cindy's channel, you'll see the kind of overview of the world. But just from looking at the map, and that Don Lothario's house is obviously the condo region. We've got the trailer region. We've got the upper class region. And the downtown area. Obviously the downtown area is going to look a little different because The Sims 3 uses rabbit holes, but I think that it's very in keeping with the original Pleasantview town, and I'm just super impressed with what they've been able to do. So yeah, please let me know what you think, and go and give Cindy some love and also Caleb some love on their channels for this town. And yes, so I want your theories on who killed Bella Goth, and I'm going to leave this part here, but the next couple of parts obviously is going to be properly story driven. This one I just wanted to kind of show you the stop by and welcome the latest addition of the Caliente's household, Dakota. The lovable little kitten has been adopted. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet, is what I meant to say. Your dream of becoming a master magician begins with a wand, a coin, and a deck of cards. With a little practice, you'll be turning these simple props into magic. Orlando now makes $275 per week. Interesting. So I obviously I've got the story progression on the NRAS story progression on, so you're going to get those kind of updates, which is cool because I think that that's going to add to our story, make things a bit more interesting. So currently everybody's asleep. Like I say, I'm going to leave this part here, and in the next couple of parts it'll be more story driven, and we'll get on with it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Hey folks, thank you for watching the video today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and in between videos you can find me on Twitter at EmmGeeYT. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you on the next one.